Hello, I'm Sean Malloy, and this is Anything Football, and this is my review for Euro 2020 so far. So before I start this video, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing a lot more content like this, and yeah, if you enjoy the video, give it a like. It really does help me reach a lot more people. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you do that. Let's start with England and let's start with Calvin Phillips. I thought, what a performance from him. I honestly thought he was just another Declan Rice, get the ball, keep things ticking, and he's shown a completely different side to his game. Looked very good going forward, brought a lot of energy to the midfield, and he will be an important player for us throughout this tournament. There was also two big calls from Gareth Southgate. One was Sterling, and a lot of people wanted Grealish, but you know what? He scored the goal. He got us the win. I don't think he played amazingly, but I really hope that brings him the confidence he needs now going into this tournament. Another big call Southgate made was Trippier left back. I think it surprised a lot of people. I'm seeing conflicting reviews. Oh yeah, defensively he's very good. That's why he's done it. I think Southgate came out and said that. But in my opinion, it's the biggest mistake he can make if he continues to do this, because going forward, we lost so much momentum going down that left side because he constantly wanted to cut back on his right foot. If you like him defensively, put him right back, because Walk, in my opinion, was average. To Wales now. I watched their game against Switzerland. I think it was a great result. There's two things that I want to talk about. I'm going to start with Gareth Bale. He is not the same Gareth Bale that we saw in 2016. He doesn't look like he's got the pace he used to. He doesn't look like he's got the threat that he used to have. So for me, Wales aren't going to have that driving force. But the one positive I will say on them is they always play very well as a team. Defensively very good. Midfield, they work hard. And this will be their biggest asset should they go far in this tournament. I at least think they'll get out of the group stages with that point they got. Okay, Scotland, yeah, not feeling very confident with them. I'm sure they're very disappointed as well. It was a must-win game for them against Czech Republic. By the sounds of it, missed quite a few chances, and obviously two great goals cost them in the end. For me, I don't have a lot of hope for them, just purely because of the two games they've got coming up now against Croatia and England. I just can't see them getting anything out of. And Croatia was the one they needed to do something to at least give them that third place hope. But for me, I have no hope in Scotland now, unfortunately. Let's go back to the first game now, Italy v Turkey. I thought Italy was so impressive. Obviously, I predicted them to win, but I was completely blown away by the way they played. They looked so fluid. Their pressing was so good as well. I saw a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, Turkey made them look good." In my opinion, I think Italy made Turkey look bad, and I think a lot of teams will now be fearing Italy going into this tournament. So my group of the tournament so far is Group C. Both games were absolutely brilliant. It seems like every team in that group just want to go for it, and I think we're going to see a great brand of football in that group. Absolutely loved watching Holland play as well. For me, they look like a team that are the closest to Liverpool of 17-18 in the Champions League that year, where going forward, every team just didn't want to play them because of how good they were going forward. Obviously, at the back, they're a little bit suspect. But I actually think they will go far in this tournament just through the way they play going forward. I think it'll be a team where they will score more goals than they'll concede. And yeah, I think they'll surprise a few. I thought I'd have a quick word on Belgium as well, and that's purely because of Romelu Lukaku. He's going to have an absolutely unbelievable tournament. I think he'll win the Golden Boot, and I think because of that, he will drive Belgium forward. The only thing I would say on Belgium is I don't think their defence has been tested yet, and when it does, I do think it will let them down. But yeah, in terms of Lukaku, he will be the player that would drive them forward and get them far in this tournament. Okay, one team I have to mention is Spain. They really disappointed me in their game. They look very one-dimensional, and for me, they just lack big characters in that team. When you think of Ramos, Xavi, Iniesta, Fabregas, Torres, Villa in the past, they just don't seem to have them players where you kind of fear, and they just play in the same way. They've got no real threat. And I think every defence will be comfortable with Morata up there, who, in my opinion, is absolutely painful to watch. And he's just such a poor finisher. And I just can't see Spain doing well in this tournament. And that brings me on nicely now to the group of death of France, Portugal, and Germany, and unfortunately for them, Hungary. In terms of Portugal, I thought, okay, I know it was 0-0 for a long time, but I thought they looked comfortable, they looked dangerous, they were creating chances, and once they got one, they couldn't stop scoring. So they started the tournament very well. As a Germany, I thought they were very disappointing. The one big strength I see in Germany is the amount of world-class wingers they have. Gnabry, Sane, Werner can play out there, a lot of pace. And they choose to play wing-backs instead, which I just find very bizarre. And in my opinion, it's just going to cost them in this tournament if they continue to play the way they do. France looked way too comfortable. As a France, you can see they have played together for so long and obviously won a World Cup together. They look so confident, so assured in their roles. I think this is a very hard thing to actually find in international football as well. Quick word on Pogba and Kante as well, who I thought were absolutely sensational last night. Cruz couldn't get near both of them. And yeah, they both really impressed me. And I think you can clearly see why France are strong favourites going into this tournament. And that is my Euro 2020 review so far. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.